The second to last day of the G1 Climax Day 18 and the B Block Finals. Today's show also came from Ryogoku Sumo Hall in Tokyo. There was an attendance of 7,477, so slightly more people than yesterday. First tournament match was Honma on 4 points versus Nagata on 6. Rocky Romero said that Honma was wrestling with a broken rib after the ring post powerbomb from Michael Elgin on day 16 earlier this week. Nagata hit a top rope exploder suplex on Honma. Honma got off the Kokeshi Otoshi and finally he hit the follow-up diving Kokeshi. He picked up the win, finished on the 6 points, as does Yuji Nagata. 3-star match. Yanatora on 8 points faced Yoshihashi on 6. They both slapped each other around with the turnbuckle pads, but Yanatora got the low blow and he used an inside cradle to pick up the win. Finishes on 10 points. 2-star match. Very solid final points total for Toru Yano. I didn't see him finishing on double digits. Now getting into the playoff matches, so to speak. You had Evil on 6 points versus Katsuyori Shibata on 10. Evil floored Shibata early on with a chair attack targeting his injured shoulder. Shibata reversed the Evil finisher into his own STO. However, Evil went for a sit-out powerbomb and then his Evil finisher, and that meant lights out for Shibata. Evil picked up the win and finished on 8 points. He spoiled Shibata's party. Katsuyori Shibata is now out of the running to win B Block. 3 1/4 star match. Further down the road, we might get a never openweight title match now between these two. It's unfortunate, but Shibata doesn't win the G1 this year. Who knows? Maybe next year. In the co-main, Elgin on 10 points versus Nakajima on 8. Nakajima gave a flurry of a literal dozen kicks to the front and back of Elgin's upper body. It was a great spot where Elgin turned a Nakajima missile dropkick into a high-impact powerbomb. Elgin hit the second rope Falcon Arrow that we saw earlier in the week and a buckle bomb. The follow-up Elgin bomb attempt, though, was turned into a sunset flip by Nakajima for a 2 count. And Nakajima finally hit Elgin with the vertical spike brainbuster to get the pin, finished on 10 points, and knocked Elgin out of the tournament. This was a really good match, 4 1/4 stars. If you've been watching my videos, you know I haven't been the biggest fan of Nakajima in the G1. But he looked phenomenal today, fully deserving of a win. And so after that, the winner of B Block literally just came down to Naito on 12 points versus Kenny Omega on 10. The leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón on one side, the leader of Bullet Club on the other. It's quite simple. Win the match and you're in the G1 final. Naito could also win the block if they went to a draw like yesterday. Omega's left knee bothered him a lot during this match and it gave Naito opportunities such as he managed to stop a moonsault early on from Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega powerbombed Naito through an announce table, which is a very rare thing to see in New Japan. Even more amazingly, Omega hit a tope con hero, but he went past the guardrail and the table remains, so the distance he travelled was incredible. Then on the way back to the ring, he hit a dragon suplex on Naito on the ring apron, and then hit it again in the ring for a near fall. It looked like Kenny Omega had it wrapped up. He went for the one-winged angel, but that was countered into a reverse DDT by Naito with just 5 minutes left on the clock. Naito then hit a super reverse Rana, and Omega hit a cradle reverse pile driver to counter Naito's Destino attempt. The pace was getting super fast here, and Naito went for his flying forearm smash, but Omega kicked him in midair. Omega then hit a German suplex and a V-trigger. Then this happened. One Ring Angel! Oh! Kenny Omega's in the final! Wow. Oh my god.
Kenny Omega, ladies and gentlemen, is going to the G1 Climax Final 26. My god, what a war!
I would give the main event 4.5 to 4 3/4 stars. Kenny Omega is now the first Canadian to be in a G1 final, and he won the block in his G1 debut. The last person to reach the final in his first G1 was Okada back in 2012. I really can't believe Omega Goto might possibly be in the Wrestle Kingdom 11 main event. I'm astonished. Very good show today. I'd say yesterday's A Block show felt a little bit more special overall. It was more exciting all the way through. Certainly the last 2 days have turned what seemed to be a somewhat predictable G1 into something really unexpected in the end. And so then the final standings for the B block have Kenny Omega as your winner on 12 points, 6 wins, 3 losses. Naito also has 12 points, but obviously loses the tiebreaker. All tied at 10 points, you have Nakajima, Toriano, Michael Elgin and Katsuyori Shibata. On 8 points, you have Evil. And rounding out the block on 6 points each, you have Yoshihashi, Tomoaki Honma and Yuji Nagata. I was 3 for 5 on the final day of tournament block matches. 52 out of 90 correct is my final total. That's 57.7% right. I've predicted the final 4 completely wrong. I had Tanahashi as the A block winner, Okada as the A block runner-up, Naito as the B block winner, and Michael Elgin as the B block runner-up. So then, who do I think is going to win the G1 Climax tomorrow? I'm going to go with Kenny Omega. We already saw Omega get a push towards the start of the year after the absences of AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura claiming the Intercontinental Championship. I have a feeling New Japan sees big things in him. It might also be part of the reason why he didn't go to WWE. I also think the timing might be right with New Japan launching a global Twitter account and just little things like turning New Japan World into a more English-friendly subscription service. It would make sense to have a Westerner win the G1. I also think on paper Omega versus Okada is a easier match to sell at Wrestle Kingdom, assuming Okada's still the champ by then, than say Okada versus Goto, at least to a global audience. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Please let me know who you think is going to win the G1 and why. I will be back tomorrow to cover the finals. I'm going to cover the entire card this time. Everything from the opening match to the G1 final itself. Please keep an eye out for that. It'll probably be a slightly longer video than normal. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for tomorrow's show and everything that's coming up the week after as well. SummerSlam, Super J Cup, things like that. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. Until then, this is Matt signing out.